Shreveport.
Good idea. So I was telling Hayes I played the first gig I ever played, which I never got paid at this particular place, but it's a few blocks that way. And, but I did get to play in front of people, and that was nice, you know. And you did just get a free T-shirt. Well, that wouldn't have happened a few years ago, but no. My cousin Lou Johnson owned that place. We were really good friends, and I moved back here, and I had a lot of free time. I had a pretty loose schedule, and so did she. So we did a whole lot of drinking during the day together, a lot. Like, made a habit of it. And anyway, so she. If anybody here knew Lou Johnson, she was a very, very fun person. She would probably be mad at me for writing such a heartfelt song about her. But she'd gotten sick, you know, and then she said, you know, she sort of would be hanging out and she'd be talking shit about like, oh, you know, if I die, you know, you're playing this at my funeral. And I said, whatever, you know, I'll do whatever you want. She said, well, you're playing Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain at my funeral. And I said, I'll do anything you want. It's done. Don't worry about it. And it rocked on there. And you know, she passed away, and I learned Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain finally, and got to this stage, as a matter of fact. And we were kind of talking about this stuff, like she had a lot of friends that played music, and she told them all that they were playing Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain at her funeral. And so, rather than to fight about who had dibs on it, I left, and my buddy John Fulbright, who was living in Bearden at that time, I said, hey man, we're gonna, we should be writing songs instead of playing this anyway. And so we sat down that night and stayed up all night long and finished this song and played it at the service. And it's one of my favorite things I've ever gotten to be a part of as far as writing, and it means the world to me. It's called Pay No Rent. Hear the clicking of the dominoes, shaking up the game. If we lose a hand, I bet I'll know just who's to blame. But if we hit 21, if we make that call, bet I sit here in my chair just feeling 10 feet tall. I'm caught up in the riffraff, circling round the sun. Takes a whole lot of blood and tears just to really love someone. But when it comes back around, that's heaven on earth. You never know till the end, my friend, what your love is really worth. Are you cracking jokes with the common folks? Are you serving to the well-to-do? I've traveled round, I ain't found nobody quite like you. Is all this loving meant to be, or a happy accident? In my heart you paid no rent. In my heart you paid no rent. Hear the crackle of a campfire, you're howling at the moon. We all know that you gotta go. Does it have to be so soon? Bet somebody's yelling last call. Hope you get some rest. Hope you found everything that you wanted in the place you love best. Are you cracking jokes with the common folks? Are you serving to the world to do? I've traveled around and I ain't found nobody quite like you. And is all is living meant to be your happy accident? In my heart you paid no rent. In my heart you paid no rent. Shaking up the dominoes neath the neon light, knowing anybody else